Today on Classic Hunts, I'm hunting squirrels.
Hunt. To pursue with the intent to capture. Classic. Traditional. Enduring. It is with these words that we venture into the past. Today, Buffalo Arms and Turnbull Restoration present Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes. Come join the buffalo hunter on an historical hunting journey from the Americas to Africa and Asia. Experience all the world of hunting has to offer with the men, machines, and methods that tamed the wild more than a century ago. Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes is brought to you by Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West. Turnbull Restoration, preserving history, one gun at a time. Shoots in black powder, only the best in world-class black powder. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best. Wool Power, when going indoors is not an option. And Hawes Ranch Outfitters, adventure is our business.
I tell you, I had so much fun as a kid hunting squirrel, small game, and it really honed my skills when I went to hunt big game. But I tell you, I still get a heck of a bunch of enjoyment and fun out of going out and hunting small game. Don't forget small game. This is a Model 73. It comes from Cimarron Firearms. It's available from Buffalo Arms. That's where this one came from. It's in a 32-20, which is a great little cartridge for small game, predators. It's legal for deer in most places. You don't want to be, fairly proficient with it to shoot a deer with it. Old timers use cartridges like this all the time as an all-around meat gun. Small game, big game, whatever. That's what they use. Model 73 Winchester is basically the rifle that won the West, and it was in a 44 caliber along with a 32-20 added later. There's a squirrel up there. You can't hardly see anything of him. He's in a crotch up there in the limbs, and all you can see of him is about a size of about a quarter. I left my hat over on the other side, otherwise he'd be completely out of sight. He's basically got enough. He's sticking his eye over the limb, looking at me. So this is the shot I got. So I'm gonna take it. Went out of sight. We saw this guy way up in the top of the tree, and all I had was about just a target about the size of a 50 cent piece, well, even a quarter maybe even, and decided to try it, and shot. Camera shut off because it's like nothing happened. Our squirrel disappeared, and then about a minute later, he falls out of the tree, And did I mention we're shooting headshots only today, Look here! Thought I missed him. Shot, he disappeared. Heck, we even shut the camera off. About 15 seconds later, he falls out of the tree. We did a 32-20 lobotomy. He'll be dang good eating, man. I tricked this guy pretty bad. One of the things I learned as a kid, if you got a squirrel up in the tree and he knows you're there, he's going to keep working himself around on the other side, keep the tree between you and him. So what you do is you throw your hat or something, it's a jacket or something. In my case, I throwed my hat down over there, left it, and walked around the other side of the tree. And the squirrel, he saw that hat over there. He thought maybe that was still me, He thought maybe there was two of us or whatever. I don't know exactly what he thought, but it kind of ended up being to his demise anyway. But a lot of times, that little trick will let them stay in one place, let you get around and get a shot at them. And that's what I did. We're hunting squirrels in northern Kansas. Stay with us for more classic hunts.
Live the experience with North America's premier authentic outfitter to the Old West, Buffalo Arms. Whether you're suiting up to reenact an historical battle or challenging yourself with a hunt reminiscent of our forefathers, Buffalo Arms has the clothing, the gear, the firearms, and shooting supplies to make it real. Shop online today at www.buffaloarms.com. Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West.
Lone Star Rifle Company, manufacturer of fine rolling block rifles. From authentically patterned American Western firearms to custom-designed rifles, Lone Star Sporting and Target Rifles gives you the benefit of over 25 years of award-winning shooting and manufacturing excellence. Lone Star Rifle Company also offers customized gunsmithing to improve the performance and beauty of your existing rolling block rifle. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best.
Who said Kansas was flat anyway? We're hunting squirrels in northern Kansas. This is what the squirrels are eating. This is why we're hunting this area. These are acorns. I'm not sure if they're pin oak or bur oak. I think they're probably bur oak. I don't know. But this is quite a different environment than western Kansas. I mean, there's water here, live water, and all these hardwood, all these oak trees and stuff. There's a lot of squirrel nests. I think the biggest problem today, although we've been successful, I think the biggest problem is it's pretty cold. And I think they've probably fed already, and probably in their house, got the fire roaring and watch television or something. But we're gonna keep looking. Maybe we'll find another one out sunning himself, running around or doing something. There's one. He's hit. He's hit. I just shot that squirrel. He's hit good. He came down on the ground and he made a run for a hole over there in the base of a tree. There's a blood trail over there, and we're gonna go see about getting him out of there. We ain't gonna leave no wounded with it. Yeah, he's in here. We need to find some old piece of barbed wire or something. Stick up in there. I bet you it don't go very far up. I bet it's right here. All right, here's the deal. I shot the squirrel over there, fell off the limb, ran over here. If you look, I got a blood trail going across here, here, and I had a pretty good batch of blood right over there in front of that hole. But I kind of scuffed it up getting over there and looking in there. Not a den hole or anything like that. So here's what we're going to do. He's obviously mortally wounded. We don't want to lose him, of course. And this is kind of, there's been a lot of old fences abandoned and things. And right over here, there's some old barbed wire. And I got a piece of this old barbed wire out. And I'm going to flare the end a little bit. And I'm going to stick it up in that hole and fish it around, see if I can't pull that dead squirrel out of that hole. So I'm pretty sure he's dead by now. And see if we can't get him out of there. I don't think he's dead yet. This might be entertaining and sporting. I'm gonna put a crank on this end. Some of the old timers used to carry a treble hook and some heavy cord to get a wounded squirrel out of a blowdown like this. I don't have one of them things along with me. So far, it ain't working very good. We may have to go to plan B. I haven't figured out yet what that is yet, but I'll think of something. All right. Well, this is plan B. I've guesstimated approximately where this squirrel is in this hollow log here is just about that far. And I've got my .45 Colt here with some hard cast bullets. I mean, these sucker bills are harder than woodpecker lips. And I'm going to shoot a hole in this tree. Well, so far he's winning. One way or another, we're going to get that squirrel. What do I need tax receipts for anyway? Bookkeeper asked me what I did with my tax receipts. I said, well, dadgum, I had to burn them to smoke this wounded squirrel out of this hole. And how can you argue that kind of logic? We may be having fricasseed squirrel here for long. I'm going to, so I get him flipped around here a little bit. All right. Well, that was one tough squirrel. One tough squirrel. He's a pretty rascal, and you know, guy just don't want to leave a wounded one if you can keep it, you know, keep from it like that. And that's why I kept working on this thing instead of just going off and leave. It just ain't right to wound something and go off and leave him, you know, and stuff. But we got him now. He'll be good eating, man. We may have cooked him just a little longer because I think he's pretty tough. Stay with us for more classic hunts after these messages. Alright, well, we're out here hunting squirrels. It's a little slow at the moment. You guys have all hunted squirrels. I mean, there's a lot of probably better ways to hunt squirrels as far as going in some place with camouflage and netting and all that kind of stuff, and sitting and waiting for them and using calls and stuff. Then there's guys that hunt them with dogs and stuff. That's all cool. That's all fine. What I like to do is I like to just spend time in the woods, walking through here, stopping, looking. I probably don't get as many squirrels that way, but I have a lot of fun anyway. And it hones my skills. I'm using an iron-sighted rifle, like what I use on other hunts. This is model 73. One of the reasons these things were so popular is how easy they are to carry and pack around. The balance point, they've got a little round deal, kind of rounded off. And you think, well, that was just part of the design. Yeah, it's the balance point where you can bounce right on your finger when you're carrying this thing, you know. It's enjoyable to pack around. And that's what we're all about here. Having fun, getting out in the woods, enjoying ourselves. That's what it's all about. Lots of coyote tracks up through here. Yeah, this one here, you can see where his dirt come off his feet in the snow like that. Them are real fresh tracks. Well, it looked like a squirrel, but it's not. That was a squirrel, he'd get big trouble. The knife I'm carrying this week is a marble. This is what they call their ideal hunting knife. It's got a high carbon steel blade, which is what I really like because I can sharpen it and put a real good edge on it. These are available through Buffalo Arms as well. This model of knife I'm not real familiar with, but I am familiar with the uses and how the old timers would do things. This is somewhat called a blood groove, but it's unlike any one I've ever seen, because usually a blood groove in the old knives was just a real narrow thing across. So when you would stick the animal to bleed it, then the blood could come out. I saw this and I thought, you know, that really doesn't look like what you'd call blood groove. And then as I went to using the knife for some things that I normally do, a lot of the old time knife books and old timers would show you, today they don't do this because of legalities, everybody, you know, the way this society is, but the old timers would choke up on a knife. They would use a knife this size to do even small things, and see how you can choke up on that. You can put your thumb right in there and you've got a hold of this thing. I mean, that works really great. And if you're going to choke up on it this direction to run a cut this way, like you see me do before, it works great for that. And I actually think that's what they put it in there for, more so than a blood groove. But obviously, I didn't manufacture it, but that's sure what it works great for. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take this. Everybody says, oh, the problem with squirrels and eating them and stuff is they're such a pain to skin. Well, you're skinning them on the wrong side. What you need to do is just make a cut along the top of the back, like this. You see how I'm holding this knife like so, like this, instead of doing like that. I'm like this. See, I can't cut myself when I'm holding the blade like that. I can't cut myself. So I just pull that across, down through there like that. Instead of fighting him or anything, you just pull him across like this. Pull him down. If you try and skin them like you would some other things, the hide sits so tight to them, it's just really hard to do. I just pull that right off. Now all I've got to do is pull off the rear like so. I've got it pulled down like that. All I've got to do is trim it off here, like that. Pull it on down to the feet. Cut the feet off, right in there. You need a good blade like that that's stiff, got some weight to it, some heft to it. This isn't a serious thing like skinning a buffalo or nothing, but you still need a good solid knife. Just gonna pull it right on down here. Just like that. Now I'm just going to cut him off right here. All right. Now what I'll do is I'll take this in and wash it up some, and then I'll go ahead and pull the entrails out of it. But now I got skin, and it didn't take us but just a minute or so to pull that hide off that squirrel. And I guarantee if you try to skin it like other stuff, you'd be in there 8 or 10 minutes at it, and you'd be out of sorts and everything else. But sun's going down. We got supper here. We're going to get headed over there back into the house and wash this thing up and get him cooked up for supper. Stay with us for more classic hunts.
Over 20 years of honoring gunmakers' traditions. Over 15,000 firearms accurately restored. Doug Turnbull Restoration has the knowledge, skill, and keen eye for detail that can restore your vintage firearm to its original condition and preserve the history it represents. Our bluing, case color hardening, and restoration methods and techniques are all derived from manufacturer specifications that have been in place for over 100 years. Doug Turnbull Restoration, where firearms history comes to life.
I'm Lee Hawes, professional hunter, outfitter, and the host of the television show Classic Hunts. I was recently in Russia hunting brown bear near Siberia. The temperatures were 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. The only thing that kept me warm, comfortable, and dry was my Wool Power garments. Wool Power, when going indoors, is not an option. What I like to do is I like to just spend time in the woods, walking through here, stopping, looking. I probably don't get as many squirrels that way, but I have a lot of fun anyway. This old rock structure, I don't know what it is. It doesn't really look like a house. It might have been some kind of a bunkhouse thing. I don't know. But somebody spent a lot of time and sweat to make it this way. This is all rock, and that's about 16, 18 inches wide, and pretty awesome. If it could talk, it could tell some stories. We're here in northern Kansas. We've been hunting squirrels. We've had a lot of fun, harvested a couple squirrels, and more importantly, we kind of got back to the basics. And that's what I like about small game hunting. If I shoot a squirrel, I can put him in my pocket and keep looking for another one. We're just about out of time. Thanks for joining us. See you next week for more Classic Hunts.
Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes is brought to you by Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West. Turnbull Restoration, preserving history, one gun at a time. Shoots in black powder, only the best in world-class black powder. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best. Wool Power, when going indoors is not an option. And Hawes Ranch Outfitters, adventure is our business.